You may have seen many times that those who find success in their lives suddenly everything changes, and everything is reversed, or that problems arise for them. For example, they have started an economical business, and everything is going well, but suddenly they have strange physical problems. Or those who own a house or a car, but instead of expressing their satisfaction, they say, "We don't know why everything that we get, suddenly something bad happens to us." In these situations, what some people around them immediately think of and ask this question: affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft? In this video, we will examine this issue based on authentic verses and traditions. Stay with us. Hello there, lovely friends. I hope you're doing well. Please subscribe to our channel before watching this video, and click the bell button to be notified of new videos. Please like and share this video to show your support. We have all heard the word affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft many times. Some believe in it, and some consider it an old superstition that has no place in the 21st century. Many people believe that in some eyes, there is a special effect or a special magnetic force that, when looking at something out of wonder, may destroy it or break it and make a person sick or crazy. This magnetic force can be cultivated with practice. Affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft is based on the belief that those who achieve great success are envied by those around them, and this envy destroys their happiness in the form of a curse. The idea of a scarred eye causes various cultures to take protective measures against it. Nearly 40% of the world's people believe in the evil eye. This concept and its importance are different among different cultures, but it is very prominent in the lands along the Mediterranean Sea and West Asia. And charms and decorations with eye-like symbols, known as nazar, are used to ward off the evil eye. This idea appears several times in Jewish rabbinic literature. Do the people around us and our loved ones look at us? Maybe we can say that our relatives, like our friends and relatives who are our benefactors, don't care about us, so we are relieved from them. But we must know that someone whose affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft is not necessarily our enemy, and by the way, he may also be our sympathizer who has salty eyes. But from the point of view that the affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft is not visible to the eye, assuming that it exists, and from the point that we Muslims believe in the knowledge of the prophets and imams, and its connection with the knowledge of God, we must see the perspective of the Islamic religion on this issue in the hadiths and Islamic traditions. What is? Imam Sadiq says, "If the graves are opened for you, you will see that most of your dead died with affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft. Because affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft is true." This hadith from Imam Sadiq shows that there is not only affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft, from the point of view of Islam, but it has enough power to send a person to the graveyard. The Prophet of Islam also mentions the power of the eye and its danger and says, "The eye puts a man in the grave and a camel in the cauldron." An affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft can be so strong that the Prophet of Islam said, "If anything surpasses God's destiny, it is the eye." Imam Ali says in Hikmat 400 of Nahj al-Balagha, "The affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft is a right, and a prayer to remove an evil eye is also a right." It is also stated in another narration that one day, Gabriel descended on the Prophet of God and saw him sad. When he asked the reason, the Prophet of God said, "My sadness is due to the fact that Imam Hussein and Imam Hussein were affected by an evil eye or by witchcraft." Gabriel said, "O Muhammad, the affection from an evil eye or witchcraft is real." So he taught him a prayer to deal with the affection from an evil eye or witchcraft. But what is the Quran's opinion about the affection of an evil eye or witchcraft? In the Qur'an in Surah Al-Baqarah, the issue of the existence of magic and its teaching is mentioned, in a story with the help of two divine angels named Harut and Marut. What we learn from the analysis of this story is that magic can be taught and has many functions, and can be positive or negative. In the story of the magic of the Egyptian magicians, and their struggle with Prophet Moses, we find out that the magic can be in the eyes and possess it, that is, Pharaoh's sorcerers penetrated the eyes of the Israelites and caused them to fear, that is, a person can control the eyes of a person with actions, and see its effects in his soul. In verse 116 of Surah Al-Araf, that, therefore, with the movement of ropes and strings, people's eyes are captured, and fear is thrown into their souls. And in verses 14 and 15 of Surah Hijr, the unbelievers of Makkah also claimed, against the Prophet's miracles, that their eyes were mesmerized, when they saw the opening of the doors of heaven, and in fact, the Prophet possessed their eyes so that they could not separate truth and reality from fantasy. Therefore, possession of the eye is one of the types of magic, and if it is harmful, it is called affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft. Affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft means damage caused by the evil eye. A wounded eye is an accepted matter in the Quranic vision and attitude, and verse 67 of Surah Yusuf refers to the validity of a wounded eye. In this verse, Prophet Yaqub orders his children not to enter Egypt through a city gate, and since his 10 children were beautiful, strong, and young people, he asks them to be safe from the affection of an evil eye or witchcraft. The people of Egypt enter through many gates so as not to be seen. According to verse 67 of Surah Yusuf, Hazrat Yaqub believed that the power of people, with affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft, is such that he cannot stop them unless God's will makes people's affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft not affect them. But the most important verse about affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft is verse 51 of Surah Al-Qalam, which is about the beloved Prophet. In this verse, it is stated that the unbelievers were trying to give the Prophet an affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft, and kill him or delay his call to a holiday. So they sought the help of sorcerers and sorcerers to do this. God says in this verse, and those who disbelieved when they heard the Qur'an, had nothing left to look at you and say that he is really crazy. However, the Qur'an is nothing but a reminder for the world. From this verse, some people took it to mean affection from an evil eye or witchcraft. The use of sorcery was due to the fact that they considered the Prophet to be insane and demon-possessed after hearing the Qur'an and its amazing verses. They did not consider the Qur'an to be the word of man and thought that it was the word of jinns, who imprisoned the Prophet and spoke from his language. That's why they wanted to kill the conquering genie, by using witchcraft and magic to kill him. Belief in the affection by an evil eye, or by witchcraft in other religions. Followers of other religions, besides Islam, believe in the issue of evil eyes. Jews also believed in the evil eye and considered 99% of deaths to be caused by the evil eye. During the Jahiliyyah period, the Arabs did not consider the affection of an evil eye, or witchcraft, to be the result of a human eye, and thought it was the result of the gaze of some animals. They used different measures to protect themselves from affection from an evil eye or witchcraft. For example, when one's camels reached 1,000, they blinded one eye of their best camel. Of course, before the Arabs, 2 Semitic and Indo-Aryan traditions had these beliefs. And as for instructions to remove affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft, based on the Qur'an and hadiths, sometimes our loved ones or strangers may be affected by our eyes. In order to prevent harm from reaching them, pay attention to this solution that came down to us from the beloved Prophet of Islam. Whoever sees something that surprises him should say, Mashallah, la quwwata illa billah will not harm him. The best way to avoid affection from an evil eye, or by witchcraft, is not to express and reveal the successful aspects of our life. Maybe telling others about our good rank in the entrance examination or the good job and income we have found will give us a pleasant feeling, but sometimes this temporary satisfaction will have consequences for us that we wish we had not raised this issue anywhere. It might be sharing pictures of our family fun online, or the tastes of our child, or the expression of career, financial, academic success, and in general, anything that may be considered an achievement for us, that is not necessary for others to know. In Islamic traditions, we have received solutions to stay safe or remove the effects of affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft, from reading Quranic surahs to wearing Islamic prayers. It is important what prayer is written and by whom. Some prayers are not only un-Islamic and do not open a knot, but may also have the opposite effect. But in general, if it is a prayer that has reached us through Islamic traditions, it can be used in relation to staying safe from affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft. We have received instruction from some elders, and that is to pray to Imam Javad, a prayer known to have many properties, including warding off calamities and spells, one of which is protecting a person from affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft. This prayer must be written by certain people. Reciting Surah Nas and Falaq is the easiest commandment to heal the affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft, and these surahs were recited for Imam Hussein and Imam Hussein. In other hadiths, recitation of surahs Hamad, Tawheed, Nas, Falaq, and Ayat al-Kursi and reading verse 51 of Surah Al-Alam are recommended to cure affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft. Qur'an is also effective for getting rid of affection by an evil eye or by witchcraft. Thank you for watching this video all up to the end. If you enjoyed it, please like it and subscribe to receive notifications of new videos by clicking the subscribe button and the bell next to it.